When we're close to the green, we're often in semi-rough. Semi-rough is not particularly deep and has some influence on the ball though, in so much as we're fearful of its effect. We are experienced with the danger of hitting fat, as it's commonly called, where we hit the grass before the ball and the club stops. It's not moving very fast with these short shots and gets stopped or deflected to the point where the ball just jumps a few feet ignominiously. We're also aware that there are a couple of other shots which we have reason to fear. They are blading the ball with the edge of the club, the typical compensation for hitting fat, where we hit the ball very low and hard over the green, scattering our friends, or an even more ignominious shot where we hit in the barrel of the club, or the hosel as it's called, and hit an oblique ball low to the right called a shank. There's all sorts of anecdotal references to shanking on the golf course where a golfer has quite competently reached close to the green and then shanked his way round the green and given up the game because it's so irritating. Champion golfers, when they're chipping, hit many more practice swings than we expect from them in the middle of the fairway, and I think the reason is that they have an information deficit that they're trying to fill. What stops the club when we hit fat is not the grass, as we usually surmise, but the soil. And of course the rules prohibit us from walking up and starting to probe the ground near the hole to find out how deep the grass is and where the soil is. All we can use to gain that information is the practice swings and the feet, the feeling from the feet. Now, therefore they use the practice swing and some help from the feet to decide where is the soil. Grass rarely stops the club in a way that's destructive. Perhaps at Riviera Country Club with the kikuyu they have there, that's possibly the case, but most elsewhere the grass by itself is insufficient to stop the club. It is the soil catching the edge of the club that makes us hit fat and makes us therefore react and hit bladed or shanking. And so I suggest that we take several practice swings and listen. You'll take a practice swing and you'll try to hit the soil. And of course you'll know if you do because the club stops rather abruptly and you hear a clunk. And then you'll shorten the club and try again to hit the soil. Still a clunk. And when you finally shorten the club sufficiently that you hear a rip but no clunk, you have adapted sufficiently to that circumstance. Then I suggest that you step up and fire with the intention of hitting the soil because you've now immunized yourself against the danger of that and you can now try to hit the soil without fearing it.